and welcome back to my new video which is based on quadratic equations. So let us proceed with the intro. What are quadratic equations? Quadratic equations are those equations which have degree 2. Degree, that is highest power is 2. So the basic general form of quadratic equation is ax square plus bx plus c. Any equation which has that degree, let us suppose n degree, it has n roots also. The equation which has number of degree equal number of roots. Number of roots of any equation are equal to degree. So this becomes number of roots also 2. So in this video we are proceeded with the processes or procedures that how can we find out the roots of any quadratic equation. There are basically 3 methods. First is prime factorization or splitting the term method. Second one is quadratic formula. By applying quadratic formula we can find out the roots. And the last one is, which is long procedure, completing the square method. So what you have to do, let us proceed one by one with that. Firstly, prime factorization. Let us take an example, simple one, x square plus 3x minus 18. What will you do in prime factorization method? Firstly, you have to check out that the arrangement of any variables or constants are in decreasing order of their degree. Here, the power of variable x is 2. Here, x, the power is 1, and here, power is 0. As you know, the powers which has 0, any number which has 0 power is 1. Okay? So this is our equation, and now what we have to do is multiply the coefficient of x square, which is 1 here, with the constant term. What we get? Minus 18, isn't it? Minus 18. So what you have to do is taking the LCM of 18. 2 9s are 18, 3 3s are 9, 3 1s are 3. Now arrange the factors of this term into such a manner that you get 3. What you get? 3. Middle term plus 3. So how can you get it? 3 2s are 6 and 3. And you have to apply only 2 operations. There is a condition. You have to apply only 2 operations, whether you can do addition or subtraction. So what will you do? Let's just see. If you add 6 and 3, you got 9, which is unwanted. What do we want? 3. What question wants? 3. So we have to subtract these 2 terms. So let us proceed it. 6 minus 3. 6 minus 3 is 3, and there is variable. Now expand it. 6x minus 3x minus 18. Now paired these terms into 2 pairs and taking common. What is common here? X. Whereas what is common here? Minus 3. So what we get? 1x is taken out. What we get? X. X is common out. 6. Minus 3 is common. X. Minus is common out. So plus is remaining. And we get 6. Remember this thing, you have to mind it that these 2 terms have to be same. So then only your answer is correct. Now taking these 2 terms as common, and what you get? X minus 3. Separate these terms. This one is also 0. This one is also 0. What you get? X minus 6 and x plus 3. Here we go. These are our 2 zeros. Clear? Now second method is quadratic formula. So what we have to do in our quadratic formula, listen to me, roots must be same, whether you have applied one of them. So in quadratic formula you have to firstly find find out the discriminant. Discriminant, which is denoted by D, whose formula is B square minus 4AC. What are these A, B, C? So, let us check it. Here, A is the coefficient of x square, which is 1. You have to take it along with the sign. Here, plus 1. B is the coefficient of x, which is plus 3. And C is constant term, which is minus 18. You have all the values A, B and C. Just substituting this into the formula of D. B, which is 3 minus 4, A, which is 1, C minus 18. What do you get? 3 is 9, 18 4s are 72. So what do you get? 81, which is 9 square. Okay. Now this is only discriminant. There are 3 feet of any discriminant value. Whether it may be greater than 0, it may be 0, it may be less than 0. So when it is less than 0, there is no need to find out roots because real roots doesn't exist. There will be no real roots. Whereas if your D is 0, you have real roots but equal. Both are equal. Alpha and beta both are equal. And if you have D greater than 0 as like this, then it becomes real and distinct, that is unequal roots. Okay? So you have here real and distinct roots. Now what you have to do is that just substitute this formula, this value of D into this formula. This is quadratic formula basically. Minus B plus minus root D upon 2A. Substitute all these values. B is 3 plus minus root D is 81. 2A is 1. What do you get? Minus 3 plus minus root 81 on solving it. 9 square. Square is cancelled out with square root. So you get 9 upon 2 1 2. So there are 2 roots which are minus 3 plus 9 by 2 and one is minus 3 minus 9 by 2. 9 minus 3 6 by 2, that is 3, and minus plus minus 12 by 2, that is minus 6. Again we get the same answer as we have done with prime factorization. So lastly we are completed this topic with our last method, which is completing the square method. This topic is just slightly complex, so you have to listen it very carefully. So listen to me. Firstly, you have to check that this is in decreasing order of the degree. Is it? Yes, it is. So now, nextly, you have to check whether the highest power or the highest power variable have anything coefficient except 1? No? Then the procedure is easy forward. So, step is, you have to make an identity which is either a plus b square or a minus b square. What is the identity of a plus b square? A square b square 2ab. And what is for this? Just same, but there is minus sign over it. Okay? So, substitute it. This is a square. Now there is plus sign, plus 2ab plus b square. What you have added here, you have to subtract that number only, always. And this remains as it is. Now the question arises, why I am blanking these brackets? Okay, I am giving you answer. You have to take this number and take half of it, which becomes 3 by 2, and along with the variable, what it becomes? A square plus 2ab. Isn't it? B is what? 3 by 2. You have to take the square of that b and square of that b, both adding and subtracting. Now this becomes a square plus 2ab plus b square, which is a plus b whole square. Here our now these two terms left with us, which on taking right side we get in positive, 3 3s are 9, 2 to the 4, plus 18. X plus 3 by 2 whole square. Now you have to solve this, just applying plus operation and taking LCM. This one becomes 4 1s are 4 plus 9, 18 4s are 72, which becomes 81 by 4. X plus 3 by 2, taking this square into right hand side, this becomes square root, and as you know, the square of 2 is also 4 and square of minus 2 is also 4. So, on solving any square and taking it right hand side to make it square root, you have to apply both plus and minus sign. So this becomes like this, x plus 3 by 2, on solving the roots you get 81. Square root of 81 is absolutely 9 and the square root of 4 is 2. So what you get? There are two fates of this answer, x plus 3 by 2 in plus 9 by 2 and x plus 3 by 2 in minus 9 by 2. So x is here 9 by 2 minus 3 by 2, 6 by 2, that is 3. And here x minus 9 minus 3, that is minus 12 by 2, that is minus 6. So again we get the same answer. I hope you understand all this, and please, if you understand this, don't forget to subscribe my channel. Hope to meet you soon.